should be going. I do need to open the game, but I wanted to make sure things were working properly first. I was gone for a while. I did not mean to do that. I really need to work on sticking to a schedule better. Transparent those. Window capture. Oh. That's not what I wanted. Game capture. Oh, that's a weird effect. Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay, now it's showing up properly. Right. So I have returned to Ace Attorney after I don't even know, like a month or something. Did not mean to be gone that long, ended up, I don't even know. But I'm back now. Everything appears to be running properly. Perhaps I should wait a minute to see if anyone will show up. I think that's what people typically do. I say this every time. I should really just write down some sort of setup function. That's not helpful. Oh well. But I will be returning to the game. I think I was about to get back into another trial or something. I think that's where I left off. We'll see. Honestly, I don't feel like sitting around waiting. We'll just go into it now. Yeah, right at the trial. October 19th, 9:42 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Oh, that's right, you. I don't remember what you sounded like. Mr. Wright. Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh. She looks even unhappier. Phoenix. Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes. Please. We know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix. Today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. October 19th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Wonder if it'll be that producer. Prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. That's right, you. Wish you didn't... You just weren't like that. I think the way you were talking was worse. Will the witness state his name and profession? Yeah, I hate the lead speak thing. Like, if it were just replacing the letters with numbers or whatever, it's fine, but just, like, you've also spelled things wrong outside of direct replacements. How rude can you get? You don't know me. I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai. Noob. Okay. Oh, that's my alarm. It's fine. It's just 8 o'clock. Salmonella. I am a director. Television. I think I was pronouncing it Manila before. I did get the reference. I'm just not sure why, so I kind of ignored it. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. The day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. Glad you dropped the lead speak. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright. Was at the studio from around 9 that morning. Guess we'll just press everything. Is that when you always come into work? Oh no. I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, for what it's worth, I was pretty busy all that day. Tell us more about that. In the morning... Yeah, that's not... Why did it go on so long? Oh, who was texting me? What? Hold on. No, I'm busy. I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh, right. Thus the limp. Which, of course, led to me missing my lunch. I don't even know what that's an acronym for. Oh. Rolling on the floor, starving? Okay. Not something I need to deal with right now, just a reminder for later. That's fine. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Let's see. You were in the meeting until around 4. Sure, what's up with that? What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this. The sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. Sure. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not a one. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix. If his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. Right. Doing an action scene run through. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh, yeah, the security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. Took a lot more time than you thought it would. Everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? That's not helpful. T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up. Assistant? Oh, that's right, the girl. She did mention not being at the rehearsal bit doing something else. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? There were some plates out by the thing, weren't there? I feel like there were. That's also another issue with having not played this in a bit. I maybe should have checked over the other thing, but whatever, I didn't think about it. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila. Oh, what did you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, we're, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Why? Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Okay. Well, you're wrong, because you just said that. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, out of one. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. You literally just said... Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you tell the court that you ate the T-bone steak during a break? Oops. Well... Mr. Manila, what is this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Ugh. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break. But it was only 15 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12. That doesn't help. Not enough time for someone to, say, commit murder in Studio 1. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Alright. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were two plates on the there were two plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry. D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Are you sure? Why is that? That's all. You just didn't. I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast. Oh, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I have to take my time eating that kind of food. Well, Phoenix, testimony was too short to wring any kind of useful information out of. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Is that all? What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. Only if he got there instantaneously. I guess it's possible, time-wise. Oh, hello. Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting that one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. You claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One. I mean, I guess. So. If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial is over. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I guess they don't have the exact precise time of death. It's probably like a range. I suppose you might say that. Alright, I've got the judge thinking now. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4 o'clock, the path between the studios was blocked. Only by, like, a tree. You can climb over the tree. You could walk around the tree. You probably don't even need to take the path. You could walk directly through the trees in between. Who cares? Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Oh, you're right. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. It's not, though. You can climb over the tree. It's not hard. The fallen Mrs. Monkey's head barred the way. It didn't, though. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. Somehow, I feel no desire to correct him. No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Counter-argument. Climb over the tree. It's not that big. It's sideways. And I'm afraid you lose this round. In what way? I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manilow from the stand. What? It's over. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. You gonna bring in the kid or something? Order. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. October 19th, 11:04 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio One. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us, and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. October 19th, 11:15 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hatkins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness. What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hatkins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He is having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, or you were at Global Studios on the day of the incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just... Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. Okay, it's just going. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission, if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. Oh, okay, the music stopped on purpose. I thought something was wrong with my headphones. Cody's camera has been added to the court record. A new digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. Hold on, maybe some chapstick will stop my mouth from getting dry or something. I don't know. Hold on. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident. Witness's account. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and we went to the studios that day. There's no we. That would be a different thing. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we've seen here, honestly. You say you didn't have your camera? What happened to it? Also, why'd you get lost? What happened? You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? What sort of bad guy was it? A guy. A person. Kinda tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kind of far away. He's being awfully vague. What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. I think a child being vague is all they know. What does that mean? Like a child only knows how to be vague? Is that what you're saying? Right. You didn't have your camera on you? If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Wanted to steal okay. What do we have in here? Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's the woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow. Got lost. Oh, I didn't even have the camera. More specifically. I guess that's the thing we can do. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera? How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You had a problem with that? So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Alright. Yeah, I had my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. Steel Samurai rules. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? I don't think we need to make the child confront death. That's not quite what I was going for. Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch. Samurai chop slap. Something like that. Still being vague about this. What about, like, the spear? Did you see that happen? What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? I can probably come back if we need to. Yeah. If I press too hard now, the judge might keep me from continuing. I'll sit back and see how the rest of this goes. Yeah, that's not helpful. So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? Guess we do need to press harder on that. Yes. I should play this. Okay, we'll press harder and see how it goes. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before, you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. I'm not sure you can just yell objections at each other. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order, order. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. You have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Probably he couldn't. The guy was found dead in the studio, right? And he was like out in the woods. Probably just didn't actually happen there. Drag the guy off or something, I don't know. Because he couldn't watch it. No, that's not what I meant. Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. That's not what I meant. I meant that he couldn't because he wasn't there, because the rest of it happened somewhere else. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? We've ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Do I have evidence that would point to, like, a different location? That doesn't help. I'm not sure any of that evidence helps. I don't think he'd be watching something else, though. A spear. I don't think that helps. Maybe he wanted to get a picture and messed up? What is it asking of me here? Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? For the scrapbook? He wants to take a picture. Can you... Hold on a second. Shoot. No spamming me. How do I? Minor suspicious user restrict. That's not. No, I just want to, like, report for spam. Hold on. What? Yeah, something like that. Why is the report system so cumbersome? Like, there's no time to do that in the middle of doing a stream. Why would they set it up like that? Especially when I'm just trying to report them for, like, spam. Like, I should be able to do that with very little effort. Here, scrapbook. Oh, here's my proof. Can I do that again? This doesn't prove anything. Huh, lost your nerve, have you? Very well, I'll ask you the question again. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Okay, so that didn't... I know what I'm trying to talk about. The fact that the fight happened, that the murder itself was somewhere else. Well, was it actually? There wasn't, like, blood there, was there? Was there proof he had been moved? I don't remember. Aside from the lack of blood. Not helpful. It doesn't seem I'm taking damage from this. So maybe I can just try this and see how it goes. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else. Probably. Probably. Something else. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Come on, think of something. Think of something. Nothing. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. You have another explanation for this. We have ascertained that this young boy... Oh, I bet it's the camera, because he doesn't actually know how to use it, or something. Because it's new. He's confused. Oh, here's my proof. What's that? The camera? Okay, it is working. The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything that he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hatkins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. No photo. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Escaped. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely. So I'm gonna keep my camera to take a picture. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground. And the Steel Samurai. That's not... Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. That's all? Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture. I would have, once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? He definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hatkins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hatkins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? It's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Does this help? Yeah, there we go. Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it up with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow with Sam. I got 'em all. I never missed one. Perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hatkins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. This is probably the other guy dressed up as the Steel Samurai, and then someone attacked him or something. Does that mean whoever it was aiming for the other guy, or... I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? Straightforward. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way. No. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order. I will have order. Witness. I mean Cody. Is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait. Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room, then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. Well, he used to be the hero guy. He wanted to relive that or something, I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops. Well, me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here, this is it. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that thing on his little camera. Probably gonna have to take it and download it to someone's computer or something. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Oh. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Oh. Let's see. Can I look at the court record? I cannot. Is it this? It was like taped at one point or something? I think it's here. You seem to be lacking even more confidence than usual. Well, I can look at the thing now. No, that does look about the same. What am I pointing at here? I suppose that's because I'm not confident about it at all. If you want to rethink your case, Mr. Wright? Yes, please, Your Honor. Okay, what is it? Was the other guy? He's holding it in his left hand. Does that mean anything? And I think it's here. No. Okay, what am I? Let's see. That looks about the same. Oh wait, that's Studio 2. Duh. This way. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw to your attention to the number on that gate? The number. Yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? Ah. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. So, show the judge where the murder took place. I mean, it's just like right around here. It was here. What does that have to do with well, you were just, no, I did think it through. I guess he might have been in the area. Fine. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer's there, with people in it. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmanala and D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard the path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmanala's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim. Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting that he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. We got the sleeping pills. Or the bottle for him, anyway. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Sleeping pills. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Yeah, you can check for fingerprints. May as well. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. Don't worry, I definitely didn't touch it all too much. Don't worry about it. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. I suppose you gotta take a break to do that, or no? Yes. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hatkin's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai, seen by Mrs. Oldbag, may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. I'm not entirely certain this is like the defense attorney's job. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. October 19th, 2:47 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during that trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Yeah. Yeah, it's not... Guilty until someone else is proven guilty. Yeah, that does seem to be how they're doing it. And that is better for, like, drama and making sure you do things. Because, like, they do want a nice conclusion to the case instead of just, well, it wasn't this guy. Anyway. So, I get it for, like, a narrative function. What's that noise? It's the cat. You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting? Funny, yes. Zuko, where are you going? Please don't unplug my computer. I mean, yeah, that is how, like, actual lawyers work, I'm pretty sure. Like, they defend a person, the person's found innocent, and they're like, well, great. Who actually did this problem? Who knows? Not my problem. Can you go all the way in the window? I don't want you sitting behind my monitor. Just go. Sorry, my cat has decided the best way to get into the window behind the desk is to climb behind the monitor and knock over everything in the meantime. No, you're not sitting there. You're on top of things. Oh, right. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Can you? Zuko. No, don't sit on top of the computer. That's not a good place. Meow. Yeah. What if you sat here, in my lap? Would you like to speak to the stream? You want to say hello? No, he doesn't. Me too. Dead. Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. We continued. It's gonna pop up like a save prompt, and then honestly I'll probably keep going. It hasn't been that long. Let's see. It is a little after 9. Although with having finished that, the dog's gonna need fed in like 20 minutes. During the investigation shouldn't be a bad time to stop at any point. I'll just keep going. Let's see. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya. So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea of who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. I don't feel like that's enough time. Oh well. Well, there's no time to waste. Hello. Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Obviously because he was trying to relive his glory days, and maybe he was also jealous or something, you know. He was the hero before and now he's the villain and blah blah blah, whatever. That part's straightforward at least. What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? You should maybe get her like a transcript of the court or whatever. I'm sure you have one of those for review or something. Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. I have a feeling this function is here in case you, like, stop playing after that save prompt and come back, like, a week later, having forgotten what happened. Oh well. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP powers. Right. Right. Oops. Yeah, let's go talk to him. See what's up. Drink water. October 19th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed them in there. Could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP. Only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Although there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. What do you have to say about the people? Could you tell me more about this Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and... And what? Nothing. Forget it. I have only heard rumors anyhow. These seem like things you should tell people. You're literally on trial for murder. You don't want to get convicted of that. Director Manilow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manilow? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manilow. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can, Ace Attorney. Characters specialize in hiding important information and committing perjury. Yeah, it definitely seems that way. But like, I don't know. Phoenix should maybe press him a little more on, oh, you've heard rumors? Rumors of what? I need information. At least, like, ask for it. Even if he proceeds not to tell you, we've tried. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, I was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. That makes her suspicious then. 5 years ago. That seems to be all we're gonna get. Oops, here. I suppose we can examine things, but it's probably the same as last time. Small with camera. Oops. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He seems frozen in all of the powers. Yeah, nothing to see. Okay, I keep hitting tab thinking that'll make me leave. It does that in a different game. Suppose we'll head back to the studio then. You. October 19th, Global Studios, main gate. Hi. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. I don't want that. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive. What do you know about these people? I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. How about the director then? Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's soft pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to do. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. How about Mr. Hammer? About Mr. Hammer... Urgh. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low, it's impossible. Alright, how much did he said here? Can't imagine there's anything to look at. Honestly, I want to take a look at that van that was there. I feel like they might have used that to move the body. Well, October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him? Like the director or the producer? Not sure there's much else to look at. Mascot of Global Studios. Apparently its name is Mr. Monkey. That's a weird bird sound effect. I don't know. Probably not much to look at here, honestly. I can't go back to Studio 1? I guess the lady did take the key card, but... oh well. You can. Not super used to talking this much. My throat is... not bad yet, but certainly feeling it. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Okay. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. That's nice. I want to look at this truck, or van, or whatever. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Diva. Yeah, maybe. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney badge, Nick? Okay, so that doesn't help. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Okay, I don't think that's gonna give me much. Do you have anything to say? Will you speak about anything?
Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and...
Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you.
Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai.
I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it.
Oh dear. How about this guy? I was hoping if you could tell me about Mr. Manilow. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Alright, she's not much for talking right now. Can I go in the trailer? Is there anything in here? October 19th, Studio 2 trailer.
Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here.
I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. It doesn't seem like there's much going on. Garbage can. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. It's probably not in here. I guess we'll head to the employee area. Maybe the director is there. He might be more willing to talk. There it is. A map would probably do this movement thing a little better. October 19th, Global Studios employee area.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time.
The trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. Not sure how well they're gonna do that without their main villain. I guess they could recast him if they're all in heavy makeup and masks like that. Kids probably wouldn't notice.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there are any other clues lying around.
Oh, that guy. Hello.
Oh, no, no. No touching. Eeh.
Oh. Okay. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Checking for evidence of the sleeping medicine or whatever. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Yeah, not like we can do anything about that. We don't have testing for anything.
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. Definitely not the same bottle, don't worry about it. This reacts to the sleeping pills, see? If there's traces of it, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Cool. How's the investigation going? Huh? Oh. Dog food. Dog food can wait until I'm done with this conversation. How goes your investigation? To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. What's that? Is that a reference to some saying? I don't know. What are you talking about? Oh no, you're just thinking of containers. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. What do I think of Edgeworth? He's neat. One thing about this is while this is my first playthrough, I technically saw a playthrough of this first game many years ago. I remember very little about it, but I do know that Edgeworth gets more characterization and such. So I know that he's not like evil or whatever. Not that he necessarily seems like that from the get-go anyway, he's just like doing his job. Like someone has to do this. So like, you know, whatever. I don't know, he seems neat. I've definitely seen that people love to ship him with Phoenix on Tumblr. I don't exactly look for Phoenix Wright stuff, but it comes up occasionally. Ace Attorney, whatever. This case. That's good. Probably won't get to the end of the case today. Depends on how long it'll take. I don't know. Hopefully I can keep on schedule properly. I just gotta make sure to keep getting up on the days I'm not streaming also. Just get up in the morning every day. That'll make things easier probably. Good to have a schedule. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. Found on a table in the employee area bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Cool. Oops. Alright. I can't imagine there's much else to look at. I already got that on the thing. Good poke around. Let's see, cola. Okay, I was looking at the garbage, not the pop, but whatever. Window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. There's a sign on the dressing room door. Will Powers. Must be neat to have the star and have your own room like this. I think that's all the same as before. Must be the storage room. Sure. Okay, I don't think there's much to look at. So I guess we just head in here. See what's up. Oh, it's you. Oh, wait. Hold on. I remember.
I have to feed the dog.
This will only take like a minute, maybe 2 minutes. I think I'll also use the bathroom while I'm up.
2 minutes.
I'll be back shortly. Get my slippers. longer than 2 minutes. This is still here. That may have been longer than 2 minutes, but I'm back now. The dog's been fed. Looks like he's still eating it. Good. He doesn't always like to eat it. Switch this to the right thing. Yes, game is here.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No!
Why is that? Is it because the villain guy died, or just because the lady doesn't care for the show anymore? Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then.
The rumor?
Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt.
What dirt?
Dirt, you know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then?
With the bent, fence post? Someone get impaled on that or something? I remember it wouldn't let me, like, look at the fence post when I initially saw it.
What do you mean the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant.
No.
Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand.
How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? This is honestly more relevant now, given the everything going on with specifically Warner Brothers, probably other things, but they're real bad. They took all of the Looney Tunes off of their stuff, and it's like, for why? Do you have any idea what anything is? You don't, obviously. Baffling.
Huh?
Alright. Hopefully I'll be back on, Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. What is today? Today's Friday. Monday is the day I meant. Hopefully I'll be back sometime in the morning on Monday. I'll try to, like, start earlier. I'd like to. But this will be, saved onto YouTube. I've got a link somewhere in my stuff. So, like, you'll be able to see the rest of it then, if you're interested. Yeah, but good night. Have a nice time.
What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No, that can't be true.
If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence, rather than words, is called for here. Here, take a look at this. I guess the scrapbook could be what's good for this.
And this is?
A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think that you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay, but what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it would have hit a dead end had I tried it before. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
Someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt. Oh, and that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career before it got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know.
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Okay. Anything to look at in here? Can we look in this bag?
Bag. I put all of WP's personal belongings in there. He'll be able to come pick them up, right?
I'm sure he'll come, yes. Okay. Probably not much to look at then. We already looked through the room. Maybe she'll be willing to talk now that we have some actual stuff. I don't think he's gonna have anything new to say.
What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance.
Be more willing to talk now. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from? Nichols.
Nichols?
Nichols. Nick. Penny Nichols. Oh, Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. The assistant we talked to.
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers. Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Power's costume. Yeah, he, drugged him. We have that. Sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Power's costume. With the fingerprints. Here's my proof.
What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills. With Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
Well, what's that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Power?
Plate. Nice, straightforward. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes. So?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on that plate. Did you, just take the whole plate and stick it in a bag? Maybe you took a picture. That would make more sense. Games like this are just weird about how exactly you're presenting evidence. Like, Danganronpa's real bad for that, but I suppose in that case you can at least think, oh, maybe the Monokuma file also just has a picture function for evidence purposes. Because otherwise, you're not dragging this, whole roll of wallpaper around with you, like in that one case in 2.
I see. Poor Hammer.
You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the Mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see.
The Mafia, sure.
Stuff under my nails. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this.
A photograph?
Ooh. Why do you just have that?
Wait a second. Yeah, that's that bent fence post. They never even tried putting it back in place or even just cutting it off.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this? I do have it here.
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Alright. Shows an accident involving Jack Hammer. Cool. Whoops. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of you, but we might be able to use that picture to get, what's her name to talk? Vasquez. Let's see. Okay, no, we have to present. Look at this. Oops. No, I don't need to look at it, I need to show it. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old...
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right. Anyway. Literally, what else could she mean? Miss Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. I'm not sure I want to go inside anything with you smoking that.
Nick, she went inside the trailer.
I mean, yeah, I kind of figured. You came. We followed you. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now?
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord.
But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident.
Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? Interesting. Not much to pursue here, but could be good for motivation. No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident.
Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now.
What? This is valuable evidence.
Boys, oh. Where'd they come from? There's no room in this place for them. I guess they were outside. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away.
No! Oh, good. Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now. How about these guys? They should also be arrested, probably. Well, I guess if they hadn't actively done anything, it'd maybe be hard to do much, but, you know.
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. That was maybe meant to be said in a somewhat different tone. Oops. Okay. Cool. Save progress. Let's see. It's been 2 hours. It's 10 a.m. I think I can go for a little longer, but then again, it's probably going to go right into the trial, and I'm not sure how long that'll take. Hard to say. Let's just see how it goes. October 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Where's he at investigating? Shouldn't he be at the crime scene as well? If we have to do that? I guess he's like the state prosecutor or whatever. So maybe he just hears about how things are going from the police. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? Are they just not thinking about the shareholders as people who exist to be asked questions, because they were there, right? They were mentioned to be there. That's what the meeting was. It wasn't just the producer and director. Oh well.
I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. The day of the murder.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at noon sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you.
The van.
Okay, so the van also moved the body, definitely.
There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that.
Would you have been able to do that? I guess the thing was moved out of the way by then.
I thought it might be risky to walk, with the monkey's head toppling over.
Van added to the court record. Mantle used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. Sure. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
The day of the murder. Right. That seems fine. Sure. And what were you doing during that break? Yeah. And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. That's silly.
It was a 15-minute break.
I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this?
Sal.
No, I mean someone else.
One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything?
Kind of wish she'd said a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere.
Proof she didn't eat the steak. I'm not sure we have anything that would be directly related to that. That's not it. Meeting began. Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony.
The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards. You went to Studio 1. Why were you fatigued? Hold on. You had Sal take you. What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. I wasn't quite... Let's see. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5 o'clock. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Why were you fatigued? I can't ask about that. 8 T-bone steaks on the table. I already pressed this. No, someone else. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak, and it's highlighted in red, very obviously what I need to do. I'm not sure what evidence I would have for that, though. The only thing relating to any sort of steak is this one, and that's not hers. Oh, there's 3 sleeping pills. Lord. I don't think I can find anything. Sure. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. I think I pressed all of these. Clearly it wants me to present something here that would be like, oh, but you didn't eat the steak, because that's what... But nothing fits that. I guess, where did you get the steak? Maybe that guy could have brought one over, like an extra. Hard to say. This doesn't help anything. That's not it. Let's see. It's just not related. Unless you want to bluff. That'd be dumb. Oh, that just loops it. Okay. up anything. Best guess. Maybe he's pointing out that, oh, where would you even have gotten a steak? But that particular steak doesn't seem super related to this problem. Ha, as I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. just eat the whole bone. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. Why would the other guy have also not having any bones left? I guess maybe if she, like, enlisted his help, which is the only way any of this would make sense, I suppose. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Murder. We're getting there. Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Who let you bring that smoking pipe into the court? Order. Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be just as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? By using it? It's not like super heavy, I don't think. I don't know. It's broken. Maybe you took the first bit off, then just stabbed him and then reattached it. That'd be stupid, but maybe you could do that. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but... Silence. I'm speaking. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes. I believe this would indicate the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now the Steel Samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the Steel Samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. What do you mean to suggest I could have wrested it away from him? Yeah. Take that, Mr. Wright. Or, take that, Wright. I can... If you still think she did it, show us proof.
Hey, Nick. Look at the data we have on that samurai spear in the court record. Isn't there something in there that gets to you?
Something odd about the samurai spear. Wait. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well, I won't hold you to your claim, but I'm afraid I will have to penalize you. Okay, so you're saying it's like just a completely different part entirely. She's got a knife. What's this? You're taking back your claim? Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? Okay. What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Probably the duct tape bit? Nothing else really relates to this, so I suppose we'll just show you the spear. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what your... Silence. I am the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware? Oh wait, Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I don't think we have that necessarily. A knife, I imagine. We definitely don't have it in our evidence. Of course I can't. Oh, of course. Can the antics Wright? I have to agree, Mr. Wright. At least pretend that you think you might know. Okay, that didn't work. Note to self, think before speaking. Tough crowd. Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon used to kill Mr. Hammer? What weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I guess I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? Yes. I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. I mean, it's also the spear. It's just a new thing taped onto it.
Nick! Think about this some more.
Huh? Think.
Please. How could that possibly have been the murder weapon?
She has a point. Something the matter? Okay, clearly it's not working quite the way I thought it was. No, Your Honor, nothing. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Oh, I see. Look at this photo. Here's a murder of a completely different crime. Enjoy. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order, order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked out to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. Didn't you have to, like, file a death report or something? Surely something had to be done about whoever this was. Like, you couldn't exactly keep a secret that a person died. Maybe the specifics on how, but... What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs and onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The van. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? Well, she could move it into the truck. You'd be surprised. I bet she could do it. When people think their life depends on it, they can do amazing things. That's not what I meant. Mr. Wright, this is not an episode of That's Incredible. What is that? If you claim she did everything in 15 minutes, let me guess. Show me proof. Correct. Show me proof. How am I supposed to do that? Then I won't have you making unsubstantiated claims. You're just like mind reading him? What are you doing? Wait a second. How does he know what I'm thinking? Huh. I need only look at the cold sweat running down your face to know what you're thinking. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to reconsider your claim? Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? Get the other guy to help? What if she had another way to carry the body? Other than with her own hands? Yeah, no, that's what I was saying the first time. That's... For instance. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. The van. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. That seems difficult. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manila who drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? Honestly, yes. Of course, Sal Manila had to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Ms. Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Well, I mean, I guess your guy has been proven innocent at least, so you win. Don't. Alright. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. You just spent a bunch of time proving that. Who can say? Uh-huh. Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Do we have any strong proof? I don't think we do. Say more words. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Oh, you don't want to do that. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it. He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one who said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. After finding the body. I was with Sal and Old Bag, security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick. We're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Let's see. Sal and Old Bag. Did she just, like, come along afterwards? What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Let's leave that for now. I'd better leave this one be. I'm sure she'd see through anything I had to throw at her anyway. So where are you going? Yes, in the window. But like, you have to go all the way in the window. You can't just sit on top of the desk, on top of my things. Yes, there you go. Blinding me with the sun. The assistant was there too, only Powers absent. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there till Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then silence. Dead silence. Silence.
Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
Why? You asked to be left out? Yes. Seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting that you didn't talk to. That you haven't gone and been like, hey, I don't suppose anyone was looking out the window or anything. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. How did you go back to the trailer? Oh. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. That doesn't help anything. I do remember the other guy had the script, but he's the director. So, like, it's reasonable for him to have had it. Can we not try the sun on me? Okay. So obviously I need to pick which one to press harder on, or else it'll get weird, I guess. You gotta go find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Go get him. I can... Ah. Going home doesn't help anything. Thoughts on that? Oh, bag. Security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? We already know this. She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. No, we know this. We don't need to press harder. Okay, we need to pick which one to... Okay. Let's see. This is the only thing I can think would have any sort of confusion, because the other guy had the script, but that doesn't seem super relevant. You maybe just gave it to him because he needed it for functions. I don't know. Scripting your direction notes. They're important. Let's not steal them. What happens if I press harder on something? Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Ah, well, you wouldn't have known about that before you found the body. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh, yeah, I guess. Phoenix, you're dumb. Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue. Yeah. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness' last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Yeah, you dumb. Very obvious. Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? He's just decided he's prosecuting someone else. Who cares who's on defense? I don't think that's how things work. I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. I mean, I guess we'll press on that and see how it is. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Okay. I guess if we just press harder on all the things, that'll present some new stuff. Unless I have something in here, but I don't think I do. The assistant was there too. Which one was I able to press more on? Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Doesn't seem like that. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. I don't think that's true. He looks like a lion man. I often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. You may continue. Let's see. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all of this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I don't think I was able to press that one. You said that the guy told you, and that's not an unreasonable statement. There's nothing really to be said about that. I don't have it, because he had been there. Just left out. Was I able to press on that one? I don't remember. Really not fun. Okay, no. Nope, I wish I didn't have to put up the whole line before I can go backwards. That's kind of annoying. What time was that? Right time. When do and Mantle arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Right, I can press this one. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Mr. Hammer. Then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmantle's help. Oh. What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? Witness will continue her testimony. Okay. How'd you know about the injury? Like, clearly you're tripped up, but like, there's nothing to be said about that. Silent the director, and then it's just, I don't have anything else about that. Yeah, nothing's really related to that. Did I miss something? Next time something like this comes up, I should just press everything as it comes up. Otherwise, I'll forget which ones I have and haven't done. Okay, no, I did that. It was a time. And I believe I pressed that. They were like, oh, no one was thinking properly. Was there a press harder on this? What's everyone else doing? One set of thing, silence, and then weird that the music cuts out. Sorry, light. Silence. And then it's just this. Why is everyone so quiet? That doesn't help anything. No, I'm scared. Security lady. Why'd you think that? The photo. I already pressed that, I know that. That didn't have anything. I just did that. If I press it again, is it gonna say something different? The script in your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. Can I press harder again? Why? Wait a second. I came to Studio 1 for rehearsal. We did this already, and it... The impression you wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. The murder... Who could think of it? That... And then you're like, oh no, you literally said the murder, but whatever. Okay, we did this already. Okay, clearly we're not meant to do the same thing twice, because it just does it again. Kitty. So sad. Edgeworth. What are you? Okay, now we did this. This is all very... Clearly I need to interact with this. Pressing didn't help, so I must have to present something. That doesn't help. Wait, hammer? Hammer wasn't the one injured. Okay, I see. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Okay. Duh. Paying attention. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it. I already said it. It was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manilow was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw what happened. Who's there? I'm busy. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. You saw him, obviously. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manilow. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your very own eyes. I inserted a word, but whatever. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order, I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There's a reason. It's unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Yeah, probably. Okay. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Probably this. Yeah. Oh, no, that clicking on it just shows it again. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing to us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Could she have been the one who killed this guy? But that wouldn't explain why he, like, stuck around for a while. So that wouldn't necessarily make sense. No motive wouldn't make sense. Unless no motive moves into self-defense? But I don't feel like that's right. Best guess is show the photo again. You get to look at it again. Okay. Allow me to present the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive. Miss Vasquez... I can speak. Look at it again. This is my proof. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer? I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the court's time.
Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please.
Okay, that didn't work. I don't think I have anything. We could do this. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. Okay, that was the direction it was going with that. I thought it might have been, but I wasn't sure. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. You're mad now. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. I don't know who's saying that. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez. Maybe this is that Hammer guy who's never spoken before because he's been dead. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel, I think is how that's pronounced, maybe. Manuel. There's no indication of who's speaking. Mrs. Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel, I think that's it. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No, okay. No visuals really hampers being able to read this with clear voices. No. Please don't die. please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Yay. Yeah. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. So tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? I don't know. Probably because you got the stardom and whatever? Like, I guess I could show you this. Jealousy. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him at any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I.
Congratulations, WP.
Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Will you? They were still ending that show. I don't know that the producer getting directed is going to undo that. It might hasten the process even. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume, and they did burn it. Also, weren't you paying attention? Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Ah, Nick Edgeworth.
Hi there. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, In retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. I don't really think that's a chance, an option. Optional. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change and went back to making kids shows again. Pink Princess.
Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. The end. Alright, so that's chapter, episode 3 done. Brand new episode has been added. Let's see, we've got a man and a bird, a very large man, Edgeworth, and someone mostly covered up by the text box with a camera. Saving progress, yes. But that should be all for today. Actually, if I recall, it likes to jump right in there if I leave. If I, like, continue on from here, it likes to jump right in and play unreasonable amounts of text before I have an opportunity to turn off the menu, to open the menu. That's what it did last time anyway. That's fine, I saved. I can close it from here. Right. So that's that. Hopefully, today is Friday, so hopefully I will be able to get up on Monday and continue this. Hopefully start a bit earlier than I did today. That's the plan. Hopefully I can just stick with it a little better. You know. Let's see. Anything else? Alright, so hopefully I'll be back on Monday sometime in the morning. I should probably set out a specific start time, but you know, whatever. I'll figure it out. This will be saved onto YouTube in a little bit. Usually doesn't take more than a few hours for it to process it, so that should be fine. I think I've got that linked in my description somewhere. Other than that, yeah, I'll be back on Monday, and I will continue on with Ace Attorney. We'll see what that next case is about. And then we'll carry on, I suppose. And not much else to say. Have a nice day. Goodbye.